can't even get my breath.
What are you doing?
And they're all playing football.
Well,
we're live, man.
Could you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously, you had it right next to the mic, you knob.
Hi,
No,
welcome to.
That was my brother saying he can't get his breath. It can't be. He'd rather players practice touching the ball and shooting without the first touch than smothering face cream all over the faces.
Welcome to Grumpy Old Reds, where it finished Forest 0, Midtjylland 1, and Nathan spreading cream on his face is not something I really want to know about.
No, he's quite the opposite.
Hope you guys are well. Sorry we're late. Ant was applying his face cream, but we are live, so make sure you've hit the like, make sure you've subscribed, make sure you check out the sponsors, OK Jerseys. Get your World Cup shirts now, names, numbers, and everything. 15 quid. Even cheaper when you use code FFTV. Get further 8% off. The links in the chat for you guys. Okay, I don't want to talk about Forest. I'll be honest with you. I'm sick of this team.
I feel so sorry for you, bro. I'm done with it. I'm done with this team, and the fact that we have to come on. We kind of made our bed, so we got to lie in it by doing these shows. But I am so done with this season. For Christ's sake! I mean, these players are appalling. They've been getting away with it from day one, pretty much. We've had 4 managers, and it's still not changing really. The output. I haven't seen the whole video. I know you put a video out earlier. 1 goal in 96 shots, and that tells the whole story. You know, the quality of the chances we're creating are poor. I mean, actually, our best efforts on target yesterday were from long range.
Yeah,
shockingly enough. But I wasn't. I mean, we're going to the ins and outs of this, but I wasn't happy with his starting lineup. Clearly he's prioritized this weekend's game over the match last night, and we've put ourselves in such an uphill struggle now against a team who's already beat us twice, who haven't lost a game at home all season, and we've got to go there and get a result.
Seriously?
Yeah, they haven't lost the game at home, so it must be something to do
in all competitions.
Yeah, and it must be something to do with obviously where they're based and how it, how they've acclimatized to it. Yeah, well, I mean, either way, we've left ourselves an uphill struggle, and these next 3 games are pivotal. I mean, the must-wins, as simple as that. These next 3 games are must-wins if we're gonna finish this season, staying in the Premier League. And you know what? I don't know if you've mentioned this in your video earlier, Wolfie, but I'm done with the cup as well. Forget it. We're not gonna win it. Even if we get to a semi-final or a final, we're not gonna win it. So might as well go out now, man. I'm done with it. I'm done with this whole season. And these players, if any of them hang around at the end of this season, I don't know what's gone wrong, because none of them deserve to be renewing their contract or being given another penny to play out next season. I'm fed up with it, and I'm sure the fans are feeling the same. I'm sure we'll hear the brunt of, oh, well, you wanted Daesh out. I don't care. It doesn't matter about the managers, the players as well. You know, the players are awful. The style of football was a little bit better at times, but we still got no end product, and people will come out and complain about the torrential weather last night, which was appalling. I've never seen anything like that on a football pitch. It was, but it was the same for both teams.
Yeah. People always say that, but if a team's relying on passing the ball about and stuff, it affects them more than one that just lumps it. But having said that, they were the worst conditions I can remember seeing since the Spurs game that got called off. It was dreadful, but we did create enough chances to win.
Yeah.
So I think we actually played quite well in the conditions. Bearing in mind those conditions, although those conditions weren't that bad for the entire game. I think it was the second half when it really went downhill. But nevertheless, we still created enough chances, I believe, to have won the game.
22 shots.
So it can't be an excuse in that case. You know what I mean?
No, the players cannot finish. What kind of practice are they doing? It's appalling. You got to hit the back of the net. Simple as that. And like I say, with the chances we had, it's happened over and over again this season where we don't score when we're on top and we get punished. It's not happened just once.
I can make it now. People will laugh in the comments, and maybe you guys, or definitely you guys, can laugh. But I swear to you, I'm serious when I say this, right? I swear to you, I mean this. If I'd have had 96 shots at that goal, in the positions that we've had those shots, I can guarantee I would have scored more than one. I would put my life on it that I would score them one out of those 96 efforts.
I literally said that in the video this morning. I said, any person watching this video, if you were to grab 10 of your mates and I gave you 96 shots at the City ground, I reckon you score more than one. I really do.
Mate, 96, I'd expect to get at least 20.
You?
At least. Yeah. No, I don't know why you're laughing. I don't know why you're laughing. I've always been I'm not being funny now, right? I never had the fitness to be a footballer. I couldn't run about all day. But you stick me in that box with a ball in front of me, I score.
I score. Talking football?
Yeah, I'm still talking football, and I'm absolutely serious. I don't know why you're laughing. I don't know why you're laughing. I've always found goals. 20, man. You always hear players and managers. You always hear players and managers saying it's the hardest part of the game. And every time they say that, I always say, you what? I find out the easiest part of the game. It's all the bloody running about I found hard. The actual scoring.
Yeah, but
I guarantee. I know you're taking the piss, but I guarantee I am 100% serious.
Yeah, where we went wrong this season. So just to clarify, where we went wrong this season was when Chris Wood got injured. We should have put Ant up front.
Yeah. No, because I wouldn't be able to do the running. You don't understand. But put me on the spot with the ball in front of me, I will score.
Yeah, but
why is that difficult to understand?
Because you're missing.
Are you not that bad at football that you can't score goals?
Yeah, but you're missing a crucial point, Ant. The comparison is not fair because let's say you were going to play against Fulham. Would you lather your face in Nivea facial cream before you went on the pitch?
I need to. That's where I went wrong.
If you don't, it wouldn't get in your eyes, and then you'd score easily. But that's not a fair comparison.
Yeah, well, maybe, yeah.
Well, apparently that cream is toxic and it blinds you. So we'll come on to that.
Listen, I don't think. I mean, Nathan's absolutely fuming about it, but I personally, I know the value of moisturising your face, and I know that Ez does as well. And even at the age of 20, even at the age of 21, you can't take any chances. I mean,
I've never in my life put moisturizer or cream on my face. Pause.
And that's why you have to lie about your age and say that you're 21 when you're actually 46.
I'm 24, mate. 24.
But even if you did put moisturizer on, would you not think it's going to be terrible whether it's going to go into my eyes like sun cream does? So if you put sun cream on,
I tell you what, I don't think it's a good idea to put moisturizer on your face when you're going into driving rain. I don't think that's a good idea.
Exactly.
I don't know what that means.
Maybe they put the wrong moisturizer on. Maybe they're meant to use like the water repellent moisturizer, and they went with the Nivea anti-aging cream. Who knows?
But that's not what. So you're saying if I put some cream on, Dean, I'd look my actual age 24. Is that? Have I been missing out?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sorry, but I just it kind of look. I like Hutchinson, right? But right then and there, like I'd have chucked a bottle of moisturizer at his face. I really would have.
What you don't realise is what you don't realise is that Hutchinson's actually 45. It's only the skin. It's only the cream that's keeping him looking 21.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but this set of footballers, if we can call them that, are
definitely pampered, aren't they? They're certainly pampered with all the face creams and stuff like that.
Of course.
Could you imagine Stuart Pearce after a match? Remember when we lost to Bayern? Could you imagine him coming out and saying, "Yeah, I was gonna shoot, but the moisturizer."
No, Pearce never wore moisturizer because
that's my point, man.
He thought he had smudged his mascara.
You imagine him, Connie Moore, I don't know, Roy Keane before the match, getting ready, tying their boots, and then Roy.
I would try Traore of coke last night.
Oh my god, that oil would have been all. I just like that. Just epitomized for me where this club is right now. They're freaking worried about their looks and their moisturizer before they're worried about the way they finish, man. The finish is appalling. You know what? Just before I bring you in, Ben. You know what I thought this morning as well? I didn't say it on the video. That could have been the same game against Wolves. It reminded me so much of the Wolves game. I'm not saying we played bad, right? There was good passages of play. But come on, man. It's 96 shots. Freaking hell.
And you think I couldn't get more than one out of 96? You're insane.
I didn't get 20.
I would have given myself a hat trick. You gave yourself 20 goals, bro.
20, man.
I'm good, Ez. I'm good.
And
You
penalties
really
don't
missed
count.
the small net when we were in the aerodrome at Forest, man. What are you talking about? I've got that on film. You did score, though.
Say that
You
again.
did
Say
score.
that again.
No,
When
we
we-
scored.
He did score.
Only one of us scored that day, and that person was me.
Oh, I didn't have a shot.
I got some numbers, mate. No, I'm joking. I didn't.
I don't know. Like, where are we, Ben? Like, seriously.
Where are we?
Fulham.
He's in
I mean,
Derby, by the way.
Derby.
He's in
I
freaking
am in Derby.
Just please stop. By the way, I've just put a poll out. Are you sick of this season? 95% have said yes, man. I want to know
Me and Anne
the
haven't even voted yet.
You've got
I
to be,
want to
haven't
know
you?
the 5%. Yeah, we need to hear from you because what are you doing to keep yourself sane? Because I can't anymore. I can't. Sorry, go on.
It is shocking. I mean, a Derby fan would probably say, due to their hatred, that Forest are fucking crap, and I would 110% agree with them. I just think it's absolutely shocking. The players don't care. I don't know what's happened to Aina. Aina used to be my favourite player.
I thought he was all right last night.
He's all right. He's all right going forward, but his defense is weak. It's weak.
Yeah, but they didn't attack very much, did they? To be fair,
You know, like the one thing I remember from the earliest thing you get taught in football when you're like 5 years old is when the ball's coming in, you go goal side of your man. Aina was behind him. There was no way Aina was going to be able to do anything to stop him from getting the ball in the back of the net. It's simple things. He's a professional footballer. He should be able to cope with things like this. I think it's just a lack of effort and a lack of caring. Like they're not putting 110% effort into every match, into every point of the match. And they should be. They've just had, what was it, a 6-day rest. Why did they look tired after 60 minutes? How are they tired? They're professional athletes.
Yeah.
I've downgraded it to 5, by the way, on reflection.
But yeah, 5 maybe. I would have gone with maybe 3 for you, and Rob maybe -10.
Can I ask? I'm sorry to interrupt you again, Crypto. I've got to ask this question: is your head massive or is your hat tiny?
Both.
No, he's showing off his hairline 2000.
Oh yeah. Put it back up. Show it. Hey.
That's me. That's my alter ego.
Have you tattooed your beard as well? Now? Because that's looking darker.
No, this is a real beard, man. Real beard.
But why would you go to all that effort and then cover your head?
Because I'm cold. It's like fucking 6 degrees out.
How can you be cold with all that hair on your head?
I know we don't want to, but we can get back to the stupid team that we support.
Oh shit! Wolfie, we were trying to get away from that.
I don't like the thought of going into a Europa League match and saying, let's play a weakened team. Playing a weakened team, whether it's 2 changes, 3 changes, 4 changes, whatever it is not working for us. We need to play our best 11 every single match. And now, Jair Cunha has been injured. Exactly, yeah. Morato nearly cost us in the first 5 minutes.
Sorry. Oh, shut up. Sorry,
please.
Yeah, Morato is shocking. The only thing I do like about Pereira is that when he sees something not working, he does change it, and he hooked him at half time. That may have been because he got a yellow card as well, but at least he took him off the pitch. But you've got to play our best team. They should be able to play 2 games a week. And you can try and save people from injury, but look what happens to Cunha. Look what happened to Chris Wood. People are going to get injured if they get injured. It's just going to happen. So play your best team and try and do well in both competitions because we should have the squad for it. Luca and Bakwa.
Sorry, Ben, I've got to ask you this. Was that not, apart from Morato, which was when I saw him,
there was 3 changes.
And he proved us all right as well. How many times are you going to let a ball go over his head?
And he lost
in the first minute.
And I tell you what as well, Morgan Gibbs-White, I thought he had an okay game yesterday, but he did another flicky flip on the edge of the box.
He did.
And he lost it. I can't remember who saved his ass, but it so nearly led to a goal.
Yeah,
It's like, how are you doing this near towards the end of the season? These same mistakes over and over and over again. And then to try and save the game, we bring on Luca and Bakwa. They've got to be two of the worst signings I've ever seen. Luca, Luca comes on the pitch and he doesn't get any service. But when he does get the ball, he's crap. He's worse than Taiwo. I never thought I'd say it.
How much are we paying him?
I don't know, but I never thought that we'd bring someone into the club worse than Taiwo. I actually think Taiwo is quite good in comparison.
I missed Taiwo last night.
I would probably start Taiwo. In all seriousness, I'd probably start him against Fulham. Because
Taiwo can't score either, bro. Like, let's be real. We're Chris Wood FC right now.
We need Chris Wood back. And then we've got Bakwa, who I thought was a really good player. And maybe he is, but not for Forest. Like Kali Mwendo. Kali Mwendo goes away to a different club, and all of a sudden he's the best player ever again. But this recruitment has been shocking. And how we didn't sell Murato for 17.5 million or whatever it was, I never know. But
bloody Edu's fault that is. Get rid.
Pereira has come in. He's won 1 game in 6 matches. I think we need a manager bounce. Harry Redknapp's available. I'd probably swap manager again. I'm so fed up of watching Forest. And if we don't come out on Sunday or whenever we play Fulham, if the players don't come out and show something, then we really will be in trouble, because I'm fed up of watching them. It's depressing. It's depressing. It's sickening. We don't look like we try. We can't play football. We can't score. Someone said, am I a Spurs fan? Spurs are absolutely fucking shit. That match the other night was the funniest thing I've seen this year. It's absolutely hilarious.
Made me laugh. They're worse than us.
Hilarious.
They are, but we still can't overtake them. They've lost 6 games in a row, and we still can't overtake them.
And
if we were 1 point ahead of them, I would think it's done, because neither of us is going to win ever again, and it'll be a draw at their ground.
The thing I was genuinely terrified about, and it won't happen now, but if Dyche had gone to Spurs and Dyche had kept Spurs up and Nuno had kept West Ham up, that would have been the icing on the cake for Forest.
That don't bother me. I'm only bothered about my team. I'm not bothered about what them fuckers
and Arsenal. I agree.
That's what I meant.
So what now, boys? What now?
By the way, Kali Mwendo's got 3 goals in 10 games for Frankfurt.
Of course he has.
Yeah, but he came from a Farmers League. He's gone back to a Farmers League. I'm not bothered.
That's true, Ez. That's true. That is true.
Came from a Farmers League, looked good in a Farmers League, and he's come to a proper league, and you can't do shite, you know. So I've
got a disciple on the Farmers League.
I've been on that journey for a while, but these players,
I know, mate. I know.
We've made excuses for them throughout the season. We've blamed the managers, we've blamed the tactics, we blamed this, that, and the other. As Wolfie said earlier, we played well in spells yesterday, but we still can't put the ball away. So it doesn't matter. I don't care about your approach, playing your tiki-taka, the flicks and tricks that get you to the byline. You can't pull a ball back to a player. And if you do manage to find a player, we've got one of our players in his way trying to block him. I mean, what's going on? I mean, I don't know what kind of practice they are doing, but we do have these videos being sent out every now and again about shooting practice. But you see it on the pitch, and they can't put the ball in the back of the net. And that is, like Ant said earlier, it's a fundamental fact of this game. You know, you got to put the ball in the back of the net. Doesn't matter how good your approach play is. You can play long ball, and as long as you're putting the ball in the back of the net, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. But we kind of got spoiled ourselves, you know, with a few spells of great football last season, and we thought this is the norm. No, the norm is what we've settled back to now. That's the norm. That's Forest. That's the Forest we watched. It shouldn't be. It's the Forest we watched. Yeah, but it was a Forest we watched for 23 years, and you know, it's not going to change overnight. It's not going to change with a couple of seasons in the Premier League. There's we talk about Spursy and teams like that, you know, have got fundamental problems. Forest have got fundamental problems as well. There's a psychology issue there, and that it's not changing with any managers. And as much as I do like the style of play, I do like the fact when we're playing with a back three, we seem to be actually creating more. We've just lost one key member of our back three, which was Jai Cunha. You know, so I wouldn't play a back. I mean, to be honest, many times I defended Morata from a sense that in the back three he's okay, but I'm sorry, he's not even good in a back three anymore. He's absolutely awful. The only time I'd bring him on is with a minute to go, and that's it. You know,
I wouldn't
even then I'd be worried.
I'd be worried. Yeah, you still would be worried.
I can't remember us having a striker who I have less confidence in coming on towards the end of a game to make an impact than Luca. I had zero expectations when that guy came on, and he didn't disappoint.
So what does it say about his team selection?
200 million in the summer, we didn't get a fucking decent striker.
We did,
Callum Wender.
But
like Dave said, is he? We don't know. We've not seen him do it in the Prem, have we?
No, exactly.
I think there's some dodgy stuff going on with Edu because we got rid of Douglas Luiz, who was good, and now it turns out.
Oh, you love it. You love this, don't you? You're obsessed with this. You've got about 50 tweets out about it. You've mentioned it 20 times in the bloody chat. Go on, get it out your system.
It's a proven conspiracy theory. Douglas Luiz is dating Edu's daughter. So maybe that's the reason
why should that mean we get rid of him?
Because Edu probably doesn't want his 19-year-old daughter dating Douglas Luiz.
Dating multi-millionaire Brazilian professional footballer Douglas Luiz.
Yeah, but Edu's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say.
Look, I know what Edu is like, and Edu is a snake. He's driven this club into the ground.
I don't think that he's left because Douglas Luiz. He got rid of Douglas Luiz because he was seeing his daughter. He's still seeing her.
He did.
He's only gone to Birmingham, you know, not bloody Biafra. That still exists.
He definitely got rid of him for that reason. I'm convinced.
Okay, mate. Okay. So what's he going to do now? Is he going to? I know he's at Villa now. He can't do anything about it.
Edu.
Hey,
Edu's been banned from the club. He's not even allowed at the training ground.
Yeah, do you think he's at Villa's training ground trying to crop Douglas Luiz or something?
Probably. Come in the back of a van. Hog tie.
I love how we've talked about everything but the football. But
yeah, can we talk about football?
You know what? You know when you were speaking when you first started, Ed, I thought he's saying everything I was going to say, and that's not what I mean by that. Is that's exactly how I feel. Just like the interest is, you know, after the match last night, it was like, oh, again. You know, at one time, last season, earlier this season, I'd have been screaming my head off and effing and blinding. And last night it was again.
Yeah, but even like as a kid in previous relegation battles, when we were in the Premier League, even when we went down, it just didn't feel like this, man. It's just
no, it didn't. I'm a bit numb, to be honest.
It's stop starting this. You know what it is like when you think back to the last time we went down, we were rubbish, right? But the players were still trying. Yeah. I mean, I think back now, Haaland was our top goal scorer, I think, last time we went down. And he got 6.
Yeah, maybe.
He got
but
6.
I don't think they were trying then either, mate. I'm sorry. I don't
know. No, I remember. I think they were. Do you remember even when we went down? I remember, what was that Scottish guy called? Goff. Remember Goff?
Yeah,
Richard Goff.
Yeah, I remember he cleared one off the line. They were celebrating it and like, you know, all pumping.
These guys do that. These guys do that. They celebrate.
Yeah, these guys celebrate when they get a new freaking sponsorship deal with Nivea cream, man. Let's be honest here, man. That's what they're celebrating right now.
You know what? You know what I find a bit awkward, right? Is that you want your players, obviously, to have an investment in the club and the fans and what have you. But we all know what players are like. However, a lot of players still have that investment whilst they're at the club. My worry is that where's the incentive for these players? Because say somebody like Morgan Gibbs-White or Elliot Anderson, I'm only picking on them because they're probably our highest value players, and Murillo, right? That's the only reason I'm picking on them. They're all the same. What's the incentive of them keeping us up? Because they know damn well if we get relegated, they'll go for a cheaper price. If they go for a cheaper price, they can ask for more of this. That's what worries me.
How much more money?
And also, if we go down, they know that we'll have to let them go.
The thing.
Go on.
Is that too much of a conspiracy theory? I'm not a conspiracy
you could say the same about Spurs and West Ham and Leeds players.
Yes, you can. Oh, that's why they were all crap, mate.
Well, I think Spurs players do want to get relegated by the looks of it. The thing
Yeah,
is,
but this is where your own personal pride has to kick in, because you could flip this at the top of the table. You could say, all right, well, if the Arsenal players go and bottle the league again this season, they're still getting paid. Their profiles are still high. They just haven't got
bonuses, mate. Bonuses.
But there's a bonus. There'll be a bonus for staying up for these players.
That's true. That's true.
The problem is with footballer contracts, and it'll never change because it's too far gone. But what they should have done is similar to positions outside of football, where you're truly incentivized to play well. So you don't earn 150 grand a week before bonuses. Maybe you earn 5 grand a week, and then if you score, if you keep a clean sheet, if you win the match, etc., etc., etc. Then you earn.
But that's too utopia, man. Because if you had
when a manager gets sacked for being shit after 6 games and he gets 8 million payoff or something,
it's ridiculous.
I mean, come on. You know,
it's not like I hate to do the back in my day thing, but where they had to clean each other's boots and work their way up through the ranks. Right now, could you imagine Yamal? Look how talented he is. If he was at Barca in the old days, having to clean boots or whatever. It wouldn't work because Real Madrid would come in and double his wages, and he'll say, "Right,
no, do it," because that's the way it was. Because you'd have had to clean the boots at Real as well. That's the way it was, and it was expected.
Everyone has to do it.
Expected at 16 to be having £300,000 a week and want to be guaranteed a first team spot. No, in those days at 16, you expected. Hang on a minute. You expected to clean boots. You expected to sweep the terraces. Is that a bad thing?
No.
But it would just.
But it's like that in all society.
In those days, he would have done that because that's what he would have expected to have done.
Yeah, but societies, it's society. It's not just football, isn't it? Like
absolutely. Bring back flogging, I say, especially for this lot.
When you've got our most expensive player ever coming out a post-match interview and saying, well, I couldn't see great because, it was raining and my Nivea facial cream went into my eyes. Our most expensive player ever.
Why wouldn't you signal to the bench you needed a towel and rub it all off if that was the case?
Put it on if it's raining.
I'll be honest with you. I can understand a young lad putting cream on his face.
I can't
when it's bad weather. I'm a modern man and down with the kids. You know what I mean? So I can understand that. I don't have a problem with that. But when he realised it was causing him an issue, that's when you say, "Give me a towel," and you wipe it off.
Yeah, or
not just carry on. I can't see.
Yeah, or
I think it's for an excuse anyway. It's an excuse anyway.
Yeah, but if it was in his eyes would have been bloodshot if it was blinding him that much.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I know sometimes it goes in mine.
I know he was probably joking and stuff, but this isn't a joke. That's the thing. I don't think some of these players realise. I look at a lot of
this is what I don't get. This is what I don't get.
Exactly.
Why would you be putting face cream on for a freaking football match, man?
Exactly.
It's all about their image. It's not about what they actually do. It's all about image.
Whose image looks better? The guy who bangs in a hat trick with a 30-yard screamer, or the guy who's got really soft skin?
Bro, it's all about Instagram. Most of his Instagram followers probably don't watch.
Somebody just put a comment saying, when you're running around and sweating, why would you put face cream on away? And that's absolutely true. Why would you?
Yeah. Do it after.
Because it only takes you to wipe your sweat like that from your eye, and moisturizer goes in, and you're done for. So surely for an hour and a half, even if the weather's bad, at 21, surely your skin can cope for an hour and a half without cream on.
Yeah, but he probably knew he was going to be doing the post match in advance, and that's why he painted his face up, But the fact of the matter is, these players are far too pampered. This is not the same game it was when we were growing up, because you had the YTS scheme, where players had to around. I'm not sure they had that in other countries. I'm not saying they didn't have something similar, but the YTS scheme was part of growing up in this country. I saw.
Footballers used to be on YTS. Footballers used to be on YTS.
Absolutely, and they used to actually look forward to like getting their Christmas bonuses. They might get an extra 50 quid from that player whose boots have been cleaning all season. But these players are far too overpaid, far too pampered, and we've paid over the odds to get half of these players in. So yeah, they're sitting on a gold mine right now. So why would they give a damn? Why would they care? Because they're going to get paid the same regardless.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's too far gone in football. They get paid regardless.
There's no coming back from that. There's no coming back.
Right. So I think we know the problem with the players.
Shower at half time, exactly.
I was very much concentrated. I've said this on another GOR, but I was very much concentrated on the bad management. So from me personally, the players got away with it a little bit. But I said, I said last week, from now on, there's no excuse. They've got an okay manager. They've got to go out there and do it now, and they're not doing it. So now my focus is away from the manager. I don't think Pereira's done anything wrong, particularly.
No.
I blame it on the players. We've created enough chances, 96 chances. You can't blame that on the manager, can you? No?
We did that under and you know, 78 chances in 6 or 7 games.
So my focus now is 100% on the players. So are these players gonna do what we need them to do for the rest of the season? We've got Fulham on Sunday. I'll be there. I don't want to walk out that game again thinking the same thing as I've walked out the last fucking 10 games. You know what I mean? I'm hoping we do something because we need to. We are getting to the must-win game scenario.
Back on what I was saying earlier about his team selection, do you think he prioritised this Fulham game over last night's game?
Yeah,
I don't know, because everybody keeps saying it. I don't think that was a weak team last night. Morato, yes.
But he made changes. He made changes.
Yeah, he did. But who was the weakness in the team then, Ed? Apart from Morato, I have to state that. Who was the weak man?
From the starting lineup.
It was practically, they were all first teamers, apart from Morato.
I mean, Hutchinson was in. Who did? Sangare was the one he dropped, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, we had a midfield of Dominguez, Anderson, and MGW. That's first team midfield.
And let's be real, we're playing Midtjylland here, man. We ain't playing Real Madrid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm right. I'm with you. But
I'm saying we didn't play Real Madrid, and we're playing Midtjylland. I'm pretty sure
that team was good enough last night.
It should have been.
Or it should have been good enough last night.
Let's start. Let's start calling out some of these players.
I mean, we've got Fulham on Sunday. Out the next two league games, personally, I think we need 4 points. I think if we get 4 points, we'll be all right. It doesn't matter whether we beat Fulham and draw with Tottenham or we draw with Fulham and beat Tottenham. Whatever. You know what I mean? Whichever way around it.
We have to beat Tottenham, whatever ratio you use, or whichever way you do it.
That's right.
If we beat Fulham, we'll go above Tottenham. So then we only need to draw with them.
Yeah, I know, but we also take 3 points off Tottenham.
Oh no! I'd rather do it your way, or the way you suggested. I'd rather do that. But what I'm saying is, I'd be a lot more confident if we get 4 points, whichever way around it is.
Actually, you're right. You're right. One scenario, we end up 3 points clear of Spurs. The other scenario, we end up 1 point clear of Spurs.
Yeah. Oh, it's much better to beat Spurs. Of course it is.
That's why it should be run that way.
I just hope they don't get a new manager.
As long as they don't beat Liverpool, of course.
I mean, they haven't beaten Liverpool since 2012 at Anfield.
And we're going to have to rely on a result tomorrow as well. You know, it's West Ham playing tomorrow, aren't they, against Man City?
But Somerville's out, so they're probably going to struggle. Let me just shout these
that's a big thing for us, that is. That's a big thing.
Yeah, but that also, like, you know what's really annoying me, man? I was hoping we'd have pulled clear so I can fully focus on backing West Ham to get Spurs down. And these goddamn charlatans, man, won't even let me do that.
No,
big up, Dean.
Relax till the end of the season, bro. I'm sorry.
Big up, Dean, with the £5. He says, what the team needs is a big dose of Viagra. It will make them last longer and finish better. Bloody face cream. Laugh my fucking ass off. Big up to you, Dean. And big up to the S-Man with the $4.99. He goes, it's always stings whenever cream gets Spurs.
So he's heard, yeah?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of these jokes, matey. I mean, what was he thinking saying that? Okay, look, I want to start talking about some of these players. I want to start from the back. I'm sorry, either Sells is shit or he's not fit. Please discuss.
He's not fit. He's not fit. You can't call him shit, man. He was our Golden Glove last season, and when he has been fit this season, he has made a difference. So he's not fit. And Pereira alluded to that. He's rushed him back, because Ortega got injured. I said at the time he was injured. He definitely pulled a muscle, with either a calf or a hamstring, and that's going to keep him out for a little while. So the backup goalkeepers are awful. So we've had to rely on Sells, who's not fully fit.
We ain't seen Angus Gunn. Angus Gunn played one half. He looked okay.
I think Angus Gunn is a very good goalkeeper.
I agree.
But we'll never find out.
I don't think Sells is shit. I think what's happened is Ortega's come in and looks better.
No,
you know what I think happened.
Blazing Ortega, and I haven't seen that much from Ortega for you to be good. And he's not injured anyway.
I like Ortega.
He's younger,
but
he's all right. He's not great.
I think it's more to do with an unsettled back four. He was used to a rock solid back four every week. He knew who was playing. Everybody knew their place. And now every game it's changing. Nico's in sometimes Morato's in, sometimes Aina's on the right, sometimes he's on the left. The guy, stability in defence for me is one of the most important parts of football. Yeah. That and being able to score goals. And we haven't got either at the moment.
And Aina can't defend this season either, so.
Leave Aina alone. It's not Aina anyway, it's Aina.
Aina. He can't defend.
You say Aina.
Each week at this rate, but they all need picking out.
Yeah, I know, but let's do it. We haven't done it all season. We've given him free passes. But I'm sorry, Sells moves in slow motion. If
he's injured, he's injured, bro.
I guess why play him, man? You know what? I praised Pereira for ditching the duds the other week. He's got him brought. I'm not saying Sells, by the way. I'm just saying he's brought him straight back in, and now we're playing injured players. Is Angus Gunn that bad that he wouldn't have got down? I'm sorry.
Especially with all due respect, especially against a Danish team that's second in the division over there. You know what I mean? They're not will be. They've not got Mbappe and people.
Do you know the XG on that goal? I know you don't like XG, Anne. The XG on that header was 0.09. It was terrible.
It looked easy to me.
It went in slow motion, man.
It did go in slow motion.
It went in slow motion. And this was our foundation last year, the back five, including the goalkeeper.
Let's move on from the goalkeeper.
We've not had a settled back four all season.
I don't know. All right, let's move forward then. Let's talk about Aina, whatever.
I think Aina's fine. I think he's fine. I think
no. I'm sorry. No, that mistake was criminal yesterday. I'm sorry. Now it wasn't just him. They should have closed down the cross. They just gave him the freedom of the edge of the box to cross it. But is he injured? Are we going to give him an injured card?
He just stood off him. He's not goal side of him. He stood off him. He's not playing with 110% effort. He's not
100% fit. He's not 100% fit. I'm convinced of it. He's getting there.
They don't.
But one mistake in a game where the weather's foul, and I don't think you should crucify a player for that. I don't think you should. I think he's a great player.
It wasn't a mistake as such. It was a can't be asked. That's what it looked like.
No. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. You're entitled to your opinion, and I respect that, but I don't agree with it.
I'd drop him.
Let's agree that he has been defensively susceptible, since
he's much better on the inside.
Injury. Attacking wise, he's getting better.
But I'd get Nets.
I thought, when I saw Luca coming, I didn't see the player coming on, but I saw it written. I thought he was bringing on Luca Nets at left back to give Aina a rest, because Aina was already flagging at that stage, and he hasn't got the 90 minutes in him anymore. Attacking wise, I don't have a problem with him, but defensively, he has been suspect this season more than he has been at any stage since he's been at Forest. So yes,
I thought from the day he came back. I don't know what you guys think. I've not heard anybody else really discuss it, but I thought he's looked a lot chunkier since he come back. He's
on the crypto.
Sort of chiseled. Do you know what I mean? He looks a bit.
No, I think he's always. Well, I felt he's always been a little bit like.
He has been, but maybe it's because I've forgotten how chunky he was. But when he came back, I thought, he's put some weight on. Not in a good way.
He's like,
I know.
you remember
Nah,
when?
it's his shorts, man. He wears those oversized shorts.
Oh, I know. He does.
Remember that picture of Ez wearing that blue top? He's more like that now.
No, don't remind anybody of that. Don't remind anybody. I've got nightmares about that.
Would you drop him? Would you drop him?
Yeah, for Nets, 100%.
Thanks.
No, we can't afford to, bro. We haven't got.
I've never seen Nets play. He says.
Yeah. No, we haven't got a squad, man. We can't drop.
What, you would have put
Nets
Nets in?
now.
Nets has looked good, I think, when he's come on.
Yes, but
Yeah,
this is what he needs to do. He needs to be able to take them off at a certain stage of the game when they are flagging, and he was flagging yesterday, and I expected that he would have come off. Williams would have come across to the right, and Luca Nets would have gone.
Nets wasn't on the bench, bro. Where are you getting Nets from?
Is he not in our squad?
No.
Oh, was he not on the bench? This is how much I was paying attention.
Yeah. Because we thought that he'd be able to come in because of Savona being injured, but maybe they think Savona's going to be back. I'm more worried, if I'm honest, and I hesitate to say this, I'm more worried about the form of Nico at the moment. Williams, for me, he's one of our most consistent and best players, but the last few games, I just don't think he's been quite the same. Maybe I'm being unfair. Maybe I was going to say maybe he's not.
Since he handled the ball, he hasn't.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe he's still a bit injured. I thought no, he wasn't out through injury, was he? He was out through silliness. Yeah, he's not been the same since then.
If the rest of the squad, if you put prime Messi in a squad full of people who are playing crap, his form would drop as well. Like your form would
look good though. He'd still look good though.
He'd still look good, but you've got to have everybody all on the same wavelength, all wanting to get the win. And if your teammates are dropping, I mean, Morgan Gibbs-White last night was absolutely infuriated with Hutchinson. He was going mental at him, probably because he put face cream on before the match. But he was going mad at him because they just weren't putting the effort in. And you can't have
when I saw him get mad at him was when
he didn't shoot.
They were attacking towards the Bridgeford stand, and I think that Gibbs-White just slipped the ball to him about 5 yards out. And he took a touch and then shot, and he was mad at him not shooting straight away.
Yeah, but Gibbs-White could have hit it first time as well. This is the thing; it's after you.
But, last night there were several times when they were passing it.
I'm going to jump off in a second, but I'm just going to say, I mean, I've caught, and I don't think he's come back to any sort of form, but I called out Milenkovic a couple of times this season, and he's not the Milenkovic we had last year. He's not the commanding Milenkovic. He's not the guy I'd be giving a captain's armband to right now. And when he's not on form, it does affect the rest of the back line because you kind of have to have at least one rock. If you've got a player like Murillo, who again made a fantastic run, which is what this formation allows him to do, and then he lays it off. Trust yourself, mate. Take a shot. I'd rather you took a shot than any of the other players in that front line right now. But I think Milenkovic not being the Milenkovic of last season has had a massive effect. But guys, I'm not going to stick around too long. It's last 5 nights of Ramadan, and I don't want to waste it talking about this rubbish team. So bless you guys all. And
fuck off.
Hey, what about me? Oh, thought you got rid of me as well. I slightly disagree with that. I can say it now, he's gone.
I can see Ez
I pray, and you told me to fuck off. But anyway,
I'm praying, man.
I think Milenkovic. He had a couple little short spell where he wasn't quite at his best, but I think he's playing fine. I'm more worried about Murillo giving the ball away every 20 seconds.
Man, his passes are so bad right now, man.
I don't get it. He was so good earlier on, but lately, every time he passes the ball, he gives, and the soft giveaways as well. It's not like he's trying to make defense splitting, No, it's just straight
lazy. They're lazy passes.
Lazy. Yeah.
Do you know what really frustrated me last night? And Murillo did it. Players get into a shooting position. Murillo was edge of the box. He was running. He could have just shot, and they decide to pass it. And then that person's not expecting it because they think they're going to shoot as well. And it happens multiple times. It happened with Hutchinson a few times, with Murillo, with Morgan Gibbs-White. They're in a position to shoot at goal, and instead they do a little pass to someone who's not expecting with it, and then the attack's over. And they could have just had a shot, decent position, and it's infuriating.
All right, let's work our way up the pitch. Now, I thought Anderson was all right yesterday, if I'm being honest. I thought Anderson played.
Yeah, he looks like he tries at least.
Yeah, I thought his crosses in game were decent. And I thought the corners, I mean, let's not go down this corner route. But then I think the problem is up front. Like,
yeah, it is. I think, I mean, obviously, we let in a silly goal last night that we shouldn't have let in. But apart from that, we weren't really troubled that much at the back.
They had 2 shots on target.
Yeah, we dominated the possession.
The first one was that one in the first 3 minutes where Morato did his thing, and then they crossed it, and Murillo cleared it off the line, and the other one was the goal. Like,
yeah. So we dominated possession, we dominated territory. We were always in their half. So you've got to put it down. I mean, is it the strikers? Is it the chance creation? I think we had some good chances. So I'm not gonna blame the midfielders because I think we had some good chances. I think it's simply we can't score. It's as simple as that. I don't know if we can analyze or complicate it any more than that. The guys can't shoot.
I think recently I've noticed that a lot of our shots, a lot of them come from about 25 yards out. And to be fair, some of them last night were good. Anderson nearly tipped one in the top corner.
They're our best chances of scoring, aren't they?
They are our best chances, but we can hardly ever score from them. Realistically, you're going to be better at converting a goal from inside the box than from 10 yards outside of it.
We're not because Jesus is in there. We're never going to score inside the box.
Yeah, but you can't just keep shooting long balls because the keeper's going to save them. Like
I don't know, it worked in the last game. What was the last game? I think we scored 2 from outside the box. Yeah, that was the one.
No.
All right, let's get on to the attack. Before I do, big up to Wazza with the 2 pounds because love that comment, Wolfie. Unbanned Bonnie Blue, bro. It just came to me, and I was being serious, man. At least would get to see someone scoring at the City ground. Seriously, so
yeah, but she's always going down. We don't want to go down.
Yeah, but her strike rate is better. Her strike rate is way better than her whole thing.
We need the audio thing for that.
I thought I was quite quick.
All right. Okay, look, here's what I'll say about the strike force. I don't know who we're calling the strike force, but
we don't have a strike force.
Taiwan. I thought there was like a lot of foreplay. Speaking on, keeping
speaking of Bonnie Blue, there's not much foreplay with her.
No, straight in. But no, what I mean by that, like some of the flicks and tricks between Igor Jesus and Gibbs White look really pretty, really nice, but we don't end up scoring. It's like I just wish we had a striker that just struck the ball cleanly and
wouldn't it?
And was just selfish. Do you know, I miss a selfish striker, man. That's what
if we had Frank Collymore in that team, we'd be in the top 6 by now, and through to the next round already. And I'm deadly serious about that. That guy was phenomenal. You give him the ball, he'd score. But we've not even got anybody. Well, you can't expect another Stan Collymore, but we've not even got another bloody
Britta Sombalonga.
Rosario.
But we don't even have like a Britta Sombalonga who just runs it.
Bring back Salenzi. All is forgiven.
Do you know what? Salenzi probably scores more goals than this strike force. I'm not even like looking back at it with younger eyes. He was crap, but he would score more. He would. Yeah. He would, man. Bring me back Jean-Claude Darcheville. He had a bit of pace about him. He'd score a few goals in this team.
I'd even take who was that defender who ended up playing striker? Was it Matt?
Oh, Paul Warhurst.
No. You're thinking of
what was he called? Matt something. He was a centre back, but he got put up front because he was good at heading. What's he called? Child, no. He was really good at heading, so he got played striker.
What's
his name?
What are you talking about? Are you talking about a Forest player?
Yeah, Forest player, probably like 15 years ago. What's he called?
He got converted.
No.
Greg Halford.
Greg Halford.
Yeah. I'd take Greg. Yeah. Do you know who I would take back? And Simon, this is your fault, and I'll never forgive you. And I've forgotten his fucking name. But you know that guy with blonde hair who plays in Australia? Sturridge, yeah. Sturridge is my favourite striker.
He's not Sturridge, man. Sturridge.
35 goals this season. I don't care if it's a farm.
Yeah, in the MLS, man. He's in the MLS.
Yeah,
forget the nostalgia crap, right?
Now. An MLS
Man,
team.
Stern John would bag. Who said Stern John in the chat? Stern John would absolutely.
Look, lads, I can name dozens of ex-Forest players that would score in this team.
Yeah, my point is, we're not talking about Stan Collymore level players here.
No.
We're talking about
exactly.
strikers in the main.
Yeah, we're not talking about someone who's going to get 20 goals a season, but it'd be nice to have somebody who can get 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
10's not asking a lot for your main striker, is it, in this league?
You know what? Kevin makes a good point there. And we called it out in the preseason. No goals in 7 in that preseason shambles. But we were told, stop being negative. Our preseason means nothing. And
I mean, me and Anne.
He doesn't score, man. No, he doesn't score.
Me and Anne died on the hill that what happens if Chris Wood gets injured. And we got slated for it. I got even DM'd on Twitter saying you're so negative. Some guy DM'd me saying, when you walk outside, do rain clouds follow you? For even hinting that Chris Wood could potentially get injured and we might need a backup. And he got injured. And this was exactly my worry. And it wasn't negativity. It was
Ben, I think we were all saying in the summer that, keep Chris Wood, but we still need another.
We need a backup. Scorer. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
And not just one backup, because then you've got no sub. You need 2 dedicated strikers as backups who are half.
Well, to be fair, we did buy Calimuendo.
Yeah, Calimuendo. But they sold him.
And Igor Jesus, who you lot told me was going to score hundreds of goals.
Igor Jesus.
So we did buy the players, they just weren't what we wanted.
And if you take away Igor Jesus, we're already out the Europa competition. We're out it.
This stat, boys. This stat for me still is the stat that just defines our season. Our 3rd top goal scorer in the Premier League is Chris Wood.
And he's been injured.
Igor Jesus has as many goals in the Premier League as Chris Wood. Chris Wood, let me just see how many games he played this season. He played 7 games.
That's
7 games. 7.
That's fine.
I don't really need to comment about Igor Jesus' goal output, do I?
Igor Jesus has started 20 and scored 2, and he's made 28 appearances. But I love Igor Jesus. But
Igor Jesus, though,
he's not an out 9, man.
I tell you what, as well, the last couple of games, he's not been that great.
No,
but he's a very different type of striker to Chris Wood.
He's not a striker. I told you when he got here, he's not a striker.
But Chris Wood really on paper is more like Luca, and I don't mean that as an insult, because that's probably the worst thing he's ever heard. But in terms of a tall striker who likes to head the ball in the back of the goal, that's what
this is right. He spends too much time on the wing, too much time in midfield, too much time in our own box.
But we've noticed that he's very good at bringing the ball down. Igor Jesus is brilliant at holding the ball against 2 or 3 defenders. But that's why those games.
He's either a second striker or a forward midfield player.
Yeah, he's a 10. I can't remember what game it was, but there was one game where Jesus got moved back into the 10 and Calimuendo came on as a striker, and he was getting the ball and feeding it through to him, and Calimuendo was making runs. That would have changed that season.
Because you're right, because he's very good at holding the ball. He does go down too often. He does go down too often.
Me off. That's now
pissing me. We don't need to bring back the sexual innuendo.
I know, Bonnie Blue. I know. As soon as I said it, I thought I'll get a comment on that. But he does go down too often.
Not as often as you'd like.
But if he can cut that out of his game, he is a decent hold up man, and some of his layoffs are really good. But he's not a central striker.
He needs a striker to run through ahead of him. Calimuendo.
That's why I say either a second striker or a forward midfield player.
Yeah, but do you remember in pre-season we did play Chris Wood and him, and it didn't work.
Yeah, but 2 strikers.
That's pre-season, though, isn't it?
There you go.
I'm not saying it would work, because it's got to be the right partnership. Some partnerships work, some don't. It's the way it is, isn't it?
Let's touch on the Fulham game, boys. In chat, do us a favor, make sure you've liked, make sure you've subscribed. I don't know. Like, there's a feeling now in me because I feel so crap towards this team right now that they're gonna do what they do and go and produce something, and I'll be like, oh,
No,
oh,
don't say. Don't you keep saying that, and it ain't happening.
Yeah,
Although, no, to be fair,
against
the Man City result was good.
Yeah,
Man
dude,
City result.
that's my point. That's my point. That's my point.
Yeah, have Fulham lost their last 2 games?
Their
Because that
last
worries
game.
me a little bit.
They lost their last game to West Ham. They'd won 2.
Yeah, that can't. Yeah. So that means they're either on the beach or they're going to come for us. And we've not. I don't think we've got. I don't remember us having a fantastic record against Fulham for some reason.
No.
I seem to have.
I think the only time we beat them would have been. Do you remember when we went 3-0 up and Marco Silva subbed half the team off after 20 minutes?
3-2.
Yeah,
back to 3-2.
Yeah.
Did it come back 3-2? I can't remember the end of it. And then we beat them away where Steve Cooper got the assist in the promotion season, where that throw in. It was
Yeah, I know, but we're going back a long time now, aren't we?
That's why I'm having to go, man. Like, we're not very good against Fulham. And then we were 2. Didn't we lose them 3-2 at the City Ground when we first came back?
What's their form like? Let's have a look.
Did we not go 2-0 up against? Did we not go 2-0 up against them and they beat us 3-2?
Yeah, no, that was Bournemouth.
No, I think it was Fulham as well.
Yeah, that was the sequence.
I was sat in Simon's seat, and it's the worst view I've ever had in my life. I remember saying, "Oh, I could hear Henderson swearing."
I can't remember the ins and outs. I remember we played Bournemouth.
They scored long range shots. One of them.
Oh, everyone was scoring.
Last time I went to Forest with Simon, he punched me square in the face.
Don't blame.
Well, that's reasonable. It's a reasonable reaction.
Yeah, that was it exactly, Annan. It was we'd played Fulham and Bournemouth. We lost 3-2 back to back. Oh man, the Bournemouth one was when McKenna did that suicide back pass.
Oh yeah. Well, that was the end of his career at Forest, wasn't it? Really, sadly for him.
Yeah.
Scott McKenna was good. I like Scott McKenna. He was better than Joe.
Good championship player. He was fantastic.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, brilliant.
So how are you feeling about this one then? Because the thing is,
have they got anybody missing?
Well, Harry Wilson was out randomly for the West Ham game. I don't think he was injured. I just think he got rested up or something. So he's going to destroy us. You got Jimenez. He'll have a field day.
Yeah, but Jimenez is not a great player.
Don't say that, and he'll score.
He is against Forest.
In fact, the only player they've got out is Kevin. That's it.
Kevin,
get back to your room.
I think Fulham are a bit of a bogey team.
They are.
Yeah, but everyone's our bogey team apparently, man.
No, but Fulham are
our bogey team. When are we going to be a bogey team to someone? We're a bogey team to Palace. When we don't beat them, we just draw against them.
We're a bogey team to Liverpool at their place.
None of ours.
It was because we're crap, aren't we? Let's be honest. I thought we were great, and now finally it's hit me. We're actually crap. But when we beat Fulham, we need to beat Fulham, right? If we beat Fulham, the old energy will be different. I mean, this Midtjylland game is not over because actually we're better away from home, if I'm honest.
Yeah, but they've never lost this season at all.
I know.
Ever.
But
Porto was the same. Porto had never lost when we played them.
Their manager's pretty decent though, isn't he?
You got to remember, Ben. When you say they never lost, they're playing in the Danish first division.
So they drew Steve Cooper.
They never lost. Huh?
They drew Steve Cooper last week,
and they're having a terrible time. Surprisingly,
yeah, Brumby. Yeah.
Let's get Steve Cooper back then.
So the game is not actually over. I fancy us to get a draw, and then we'll go through on penalties.
No way. We'll lose on penalties.
For us to get a draw, and you do understand that would require us to score a goal.
Own goals. We've done it once in this competition where the opposition didn't have a shot and they won.
Yeah. You know what? That's one of the most tragic things I've ever seen in my life. We lost a game and the opposition didn't have a shot on goal.
I mean, we're breaking some crazy records this season. We are the Red.
That is mad.
So bad.
That's embarrassing, man. This whole
season. You know what's embarrassing as well? If Wolves second season was duplicated, they'd be higher in points than us. if the second half of their season. Wolves have got 6 points in their last 5 games. We've got 2. Wolves,
How many have Tottenham got? How many have Tottenham got?
none.
They got 1 point. You know what's more depressing is when Sharky puts it like this. Big up to Sharky with the £5. He goes, we can beat Fulham and then lose to Spurs and we're back to square one. So
we
depressing.
cannot lose to Spurs. That is the match of the season. We cannot lose to Spurs.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
Spurs
fortunately for us, we're good at we're better away from home, and Spurs are shocking.
Yeah, but we'll be
I've
Dr.
seen their
Forrest.
last 2 games, and my God, they'd struggle in the Conference League. I'm telling you.
The thing is,
And
when
they've got a great manager.
playing out these depressing
Let's hope he stays.
The thing is, Owen, if Spurs lose tomorrow,
Thank you,
Andrew.
they're going to get
him, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but who's it going to be?
Dyche.
Harry
Dyche is
Redknapp.
turned them down.
Harry Redknapp, apparently.
Yeah, come on. He's 80 years old. Come on, let's be real.
He said he wants a job.
So
I love this comment. We cannot lose to Spurs. But I said that about Wolves, Palace, and Leeds. Exactly. That's the best comment of the night, man. It's so true. I hate this season, man. I almost want Spurs to draw with Liverpool just so we don't have to be the ones who give them their points. I really do.
You madman.
I'm worried about it, man.
You madman. No, I think we've got every chance against Spurs. Honestly, they are so poor. They are so poor.
Yeah, but
And that world-class centre-back pin of it are shocking. They are shocking.
Yeah,
I mean, the only problem is we've got nobody to take advantage of it. That's the problem. No matter how bad they are at the back.
The most Foresty thing to do would be to give Spurs their first 3 points in ages.
That's my point. That's why maybe we just let Liverpool do that thing.
That's what Forest do.
Don't. Look, we've just gone to Manchester City, been behind twice, and come away with a draw.
And we just lost.
Come on.
We just lost to Midtjylland twice in the season.
But that's at home, though. That's at home.
That's true. Well, this has been a depressing stream. Sorry, Chad.
I agree with Cujo. I'd have to start Taiwo.
Taiwo doesn't score either, man. Like,
is Taiwo fit?
Yeah.
I don't care if he's fit or not. He still doesn't score goals.
No, I tell you what.
All they have to do, boys, is beat Fulham, beat Midtjylland, beat Spurs, and just end the season. That's it.
Mate. I prefer Taiwo to Luca.
What about Jesus?
Okay, but which do you prefer?
I prefer Jesus as well up front.
Okay, and if I asked you this, do you prefer constipation or diarrhea? Which do you prefer?
Ooh. Now that's something that I've pondered over many years, and I've still not come to a conclusion yet. Can I get back to you on that one?
You can.
Yeah, but when was the last time Jesus scored in the Premier League?
Against
Liverpool. The last time I had diarrhea, 1973.
So start Taiwo.
I actually believe him.
Constipation. Oh, I don't know. That can be painful, Ez. Constipation could be really painful.
Oh my God. James, I can't believe the chat are actually answering that question.
Out of all three, James, that's definitely the wrong one.
I mean, with constipation, you can be in a lot of pain for a long time. With diarrhea, if you just have a quick out, then it'll clean it all out.
Yeah, the problem is if you're not at home. That's the problem.
Oh dear. Oh, I'd have to go with constipation on that.
Coco, the problem with that is that even if they do play, they can't score.
I can't believe the chat are answering that question.
Of course they are. All
right,
we're all mates here, you know.
I'll go. Are we going down, boys?
No, we're not getting relegated.
Really?
No, I don't think we will, but I'm not sure that we won't. Because I've lost a lot of faith in this team, surprisingly enough. You know what I mean? I've been backing them really. I mean, it was only like 2 weeks ago, if you remember, that I considered this to be in a relegation scrap. Prior to that, I thought, what were these players? Are you mad? But now you
do realize mathematically we could still end on 56 points and come third.
And that's like saying Dyche is our greatest manager ever. Yeah.
I mean, he was but second.
Yeah, there are quite a few games left. We see, the thing is when it's like this situation, you tend to focus on the next game or two, don't you? Think, oh, if we don't win tomorrow, that's it, we're finished. With actual fact, you've got another 7 or 8 games to go, which is a lot.
Have you seen our last 4 games?
There's 27.
Yeah, no, they're nasty, aren't they? Yeah. But you said we played better against better opposition.
The
Chelsea, Man U, Bournemouth, and Newcastle. I can't remember the order.
Chelsea, Man U, Bournemouth, and Newcastle. Whereabouts is Newcastle?
It's
I think our last game. I know our last game is Bournemouth. The one before that's Man U. The one before that's Chelsea. So I guess Newcastle's before that, something like that.
Right, and that's a home game. And Newcastle are shocking away from home.
How are we at home, man? How are we at home, man?
Jinxed it.
Are we not? Have I already seen us play Newcastle this season?
No.
And forgot.
How are we at home?
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, we're worse than they are away. Okay. Damn you and your logic.
Right. On that bombshell, I'm really sorry it's been a depressing stream, chat. It's just
we've had a bit of a laugh from time to time when we've not been talking about football.
If you're watching this later, let us know in the comments. Constipation or diarrhea after you've hit the like.
And also, what brand of face
more
cream?
Stimulating conversation.
Nivea or Dove? Nivea or Dove?
What face cream do you use? And I'll be impressed if you know how to spell diarrhea, because you're going to say constipation because you can't spell diarrhea. On that
diarrhea is a tough one.
It's a tough one. We'll see you tomorrow for something. Maybe I'll die. You know what? I might take a day off tomorrow.
Oh, Wolfie, before we go.
What?
Are we doing something on Tuesday?
What's Tuesday?
Tuesday. You know, we've been chatting about it in the chat with the lads.
Well, wait for them to respond.
Oh, so we're not going to spill the beans there. I was going to give people some happiness and joy in their life, but if we're not sure, then we can't do it.
That would be depression. You may be furtherly depressed come Tuesday. On that bombshell, like, subscribe. When you read, you go over to catch up. Just say FFTV raid. Bye.